I'm in my backyard standing in the center of a hugelkultur complex. It's just a rectangle about 30 feet long and 20 feet wide, and the border is built up quite high in terms of, I put a layer of wood and some compost and a layer of wood in the soil and another layer of wood and then wood mulch over the top of that. All the way around is the border of the rectangle. In the center is stickwood laid down, and then I put in about a 10-12 inch layer of wood mulch over that. That's more closer to what our European ancestors used to do, is bury stickwood in their gardens, and it became fertilizer, and it lasted a long time, like sometimes 30 years. But now what I'm going to be doing is I allowed all these wild plants to grow, and each one of these wild plants have a different mineral mixture that they absorb out of the ground and concentrate in their leaves and in their stems. And what we have is comfrey and yarrow and tansy and goldenrod and thistles, and there's a lot of plants I don't know what is. Burdock, I got a lot of burdock. Burdock is getting close to going to seed, and I want that burdock, all those minerals, to be put into this compost as well. So all of that, I'm even going to dig the burdock out by the roots as much as I can to put it in this compost. I have an edible burdock here, and I don't want the wild burdock to be close by to cross-pollinate with it. Oh, I got a pretty good stand of stinging nettles right here. Well, that's about it. Ferns, I got some ferns in here. Oh, some rhubarb I'll be putting into it. I got big horseradish stands. I'm going to get some horseradish in it. In the back I've got garlic mustard. All that's going to go in here. So the plan is, I've got a whole pickup truck load of this horse manure. And this is really nice horse manure because the fellow that I get it from, he mixes it with not really sawdust, but really close to a sawdust mixture. And it's probably 40 to 50% horse manure and 50 to 60% of this wood mulch. So let me get a little bit of this. I'll bring up the camera. Oh, it's nice and warm. So that's it right there. It's kind of dry. I'll have to be adding water as we go. But the plan is this again. I'm going to put down a couple wheelbarrows full right on the ground here, and then I'm going to be cutting all of these wild plants. Like I said, the burdock I'm going to dig out, and I'm going to layer it on top of the manure. And it's going to continually be layered. So a couple more wheelbarrows full, more green material, a couple more wheelbarrows full, until I got all the manure gone out of the pickup truck. I think I can get all of this green material here incorporated into this one pile. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build it right here, right in the center of the complex. Okay, I got to get to work. Yes, sir. All right, hello. So this is a really nice slug of comfrey right now, right in the center. I'm going to try to cut it up just a little bit, give it a little more surface area. Oh, this knife just goes right through real easy. This right here is a real interesting plant. Amazingly succulent. And if you don't know what it is, that makes two of us. Since I'm going to be letting this sit for a long time, stems and all can go in here. It'll all get ate. In a long time, I mean probably I'll let it sit for a month and a half. And this is all going to grow back, all this wild material. And then in a month and a half, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to add more material into the pile. And then, that's the end of the work, until it's time to harvest it. And the best time to harvest it would be if we're in the middle of winter and there's a thaw. That's the time to harvest it and distribute it around. Alright, let's get some more manure. Okay, we got 3 general ingredients already working in this pile. One is the green material, which supplies nitrogen and a lot of minerals and bacteria. We have the manure, which is nitrogen, and then we have the sawdust or the wood mulch, and that's supplying carbon. The 4th one we're going to be adding in is water. Bacteria likes water. You want to get this bacteria just happy as can be and eating all this up. It's going to take water, and it's going to take a lot of it. I think I'm going to put 10 of these buckets on here right now. About 4 gallons a bucket. Another large slug of comfrey for the center. This is a really old comfrey plant. The stems are either kind of tough. There, that's a lot of green material right there. That's close to getting this whole front hugelkultur done. I still got 2 more to go. That one there is growing a big gooseberry complex on it. I need some more water for the compost, that is. Maybe for me too. Okay, it's probably about 50 to 60 gallons of water on here so far. I'm gonna get another load of manure. Okay, we made a ring of weeds all the way around here. We want some more manure. This will be the last of the greens. A few more handfuls. We don't have a lot of manure left. Oops, the worst thing in the world is a pebble in your shoe, right? Second last wheelbarrow load of manure. I better spread it around kind of thin on the top here. The very last wheelbarrow load full. Then I'll need to take a bath. Pretty darn nice. Tarp is falling apart, but you can still get a little use out of it. So that's it. We're all done building this anaerobic compost pile. Now in the future what we're looking at is about a month and a half, 45 days at the longest. I'm going to flip it. Outside goes to the inside of the new pile. And then along with that I'll go ahead and harvest more of this green material that will ultimately be growing up again. So then at that point that'll be it. I'm not going to flip it anymore. And ideally we get into December, even January, and we have a thaw and everything's thawed out, and that's when I'll spread it on the garden beds. Or you know what? I'm thinking as I'm talking, because there's so much carbon in here, it might be better off for the fruit trees. So, you know, I might have spent 1,000 or 1,200 calories today building this, but how many calories is it going to give me in fruit over the course of the lifetime of these fruit trees? Because they'll definitely grow stronger because of it. I don't know, maybe 1 million? That'd be a hell of a return on investment. So I guess that's for some college educated dude to go figure it out with the numbers. calories in, calories produced. You minus the calories in from the calories produced, and then that's your surplus. Okay, that's enough. I need to quit for a while. Been working on this since noon, and then, I don't know, it's probably, by the sun I'm judging, maybe 7 o'clock already. Plus I took about an hour break, that was it. That's pretty good. Okay, thanks for watching. I uncovered these when I harvested a bunch of wild plants from my compost pile. I'm not sure, but they might be dead man's fingers, type of a mushroom.